Yo, we're gonna be checking out Jimmy Around the Corner. We got Jimmy Around the Corner though, with this one right here though, especially with the whole thing, cause especially when it comes to Jimmy, cause Jimmy he be having the whole thing, and especially when you're looking at Jimmy to the Around the Corner. So especially with that Jimmy to you got with the Around the Corner, especially with the whole thing, especially when you just looking at it with Jimmy, you got the Around the Corner. So especially with Jimmy, he has the official video too. So he got his official video coming in with this one right here, especially from Jimmy, because it's Jimmy, hey, Jimmy then, Jimmy this, hey, Jimmy that, hey, especially with the Jimmy, because Jimmy be having his own little thing going on too, especially him being an influence of his own person. So especially with him having the Around the Corner too, his his own official video to the corner.
Mason, Jimmy. Look, I tell my young boy, keep your head on a swivel. Focus on your own and don't get caught in the middle. Unless you really wanna drill, grab them boots and go. And I told man they can get real in the streets, they gon' miss you. From the bottom to the top, I bet they still gonna dish you. Acting like they got you, but at heart there's an issue. Bellex tapped, you wanna pass me some tissue. I'm a other young and trappy, I can vouch he's official. If I'm heading S-West, is that true or the tickle? If I'm heading SE, it's Thameside or Belmarsh. Tell my brothers keep your heads high, cause I know it's gone well dark. Had a home, but I still use the bands as my shelter. And Irish was the first to call, I text you with Belfast and a blank tape.
Hey, and a black tank, hey, especially how he just started it too real quick. He just giving us the advice and everything. Like he just got the whole thing. He got the recycle bins, everything else too. Like especially how he just gave it to us. He gave us that real deep voice. Like especially from the whole thing, especially from his whole thing being Jimmy and everything else too. Especially how he labeled it too, and he put Jimmy, man, Jimmy around it, Jimmy coming around the whole thing, especially with the whole surface. Yeah, this got like a different just basic term to it, especially when you just have everything else just piece to piece and how he just be having the whole thing extracted.
Mason, Jimmy. Look, I tell my young boy, keep your head on a swivel. Focus on your own and don't get caught in the middle. Unless you really wanna drill, grab them boots and go. And I told man they can get real in the streets, they gon' miss you. From the bottom to the top, I bet they still gonna dish you. Acting like they got you, but at heart there's an issue. Bellex tapped, you wanna pass me some.
What? But a heart is the issue. Hey, I tell my young boys to keep it real, cause the streets they will miss you and everything else too. Especially when the whole melody too. Hey, don't want to be caught in the middle. Everything else too, cause everything else too. Especially with the whole thing. Especially how he just be just having the melody just running back and going forward. Like
Tissue. I'm a other young and trappy, I can vouch he's official. If I'm heading S-West, is that true or the tickle? If I'm heading SE, it's Thameside or Belmarsh. Tell my brothers keep your heads high, cause I know it's gone well dark. Had a home, but I still use the bands as my shelter. And Irish was the first to call, I text you with Belfast and a blank text. These dinners flying off the shelf ASAP. Clean hearted from a bucky, plugs knew that I'll pay back. When I stay in guys, no I don't pay back. Look, uncle told me know your friends, protect all your energy. That's true, his arms left from my frenemies. Fake ones can't get next to me. In the trench I see nothing but treachery. Still laying flowers down at the cemetery. Enough road in these pieces thousands. When my day's done, probably looking couple of thousands. Should be in a booth, spitting fire like Dowsim. Instead this phone's kicking like Shaolin. Look, my heart stays weighty, plus my eyelids heavy. Like a sleeper was sleep when I'm racking up readies. I can't block hang, I'd rather raise on my daughter. How many times is New Year's gonna
what? Hey, especially how he just be having the whole melody. He just be speaking it, but hey, it's just coming from the realness to everything else too, not too fake and everything else too. Like he said, don't want to have the fakes around. Just rather have everything else too, the realest around. But everything else too, hey, he can't block time and everything else too. So you rather just move on and try to do things right and just try to get things straightened and everything else too. Cause you can't block time. Like time is always gonna keep going forward. Time's gonna keep going, like just keep going as you away, like especially as you look at everything else too. So hey, and block time to his whole thing and how he be having the whole melodies, how he was in the trenches and everything else too. So it's, hey, especially from those waves.
My heart stays weighty, plus my eyelids heavy. Like a sleeper, what's sleep when I'm racking up readies? I can't block hang, I'd rather raise on my daughter. How many times is New Year's gonna be round the corner? Probably see a cat round the corner, telling them, move out my face, it ain't me serving your order. Probably see a Fed round the corner. I get the call 5 minutes prior saying Feds round the corner. So much time on the road, my margin telling me chill. Look, I'm buying all these clothes, more time I'm jogging and spill. I fly around the world so I can find me some sun. But the UK weather makes me wanna run up a mill. So much time on the road, my Julie's telling me chill. Fans telling me drop, blow a spaz and telling me build. I'm asked if I'm online, more than how I feel.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. He put two of them up there. I don't know if he got him a mask or he duplicated that, but that was a. That's why I say Jimmy be having the whole thing. But man, the whole thing too, he be having the whole thing. He be having. I see why the whole thing too, because he did have it around the corner. He did have a side. He did have a purpose like him around the corner. Yeah, I can't really tell, but hey, especially how he did that. Especially with Jimmy and everything goes too. So this one right here, especially with this one, you gotta give it to the only line Jimmy, because you know there's only one Jimmy and stuff like that too. So you gotta really look at that too. So around, especially with around the corner from Jimmy. So you got Jimmy, especially with him. This one being his whole thing, his release and everything else too. So Jimmy, he really has been doing his thing and stuff like that too when it comes to the music and everything else too. So you gotta get the dedication to him and stuff like that too, because he really just be trying to push work and everything else too, especially when he got the time and the time and the slaves. So especially with this one right here from Jimmy around the corner to the official video. So you got with this one right here. But if you guys didn't like this one, make sure you guys give this one a like. And I'm out.